Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode. Um, for those who are going to watch this on YouTube tomorrow, welcome back to Vlogmas Day 8. Um, so today I thought it would be fun since the IMSA mandated December test is going on to talk about the Rolex. Um, now let me tell you, I thought I had like such good notes. I thought I had things planned. Um, then, because, okay, so here's the thing. I had a little bit of a pre-show panic. I I planned to do this, and I was like, I know there's an updated entry list out there somewhere, you know, because the one from November wasn't valid anymore. And I was like, okay, great, looking this morning, like I'll find one. I did find one that said it was updated today. It's from motorsports.com. That shit is not updated. There's so many plot holes in that thing. So I know I have written down as much as I know. I There may have been some things that I have missed. I'm going to tell you that now. But what I know for sure, I have written down to kind of fill in. And then when we get to predictions for the Rolex, then there will be like the official driver entry list, and we can do it properly. But this is just kind of what I know based off of what I've seen and just kind of what I'm trying to cobble together. So, I'm not going to show you guys because it's showing me ads on the side for things that I have purchased for Christmas. And I'm not trying to let anyone that I bought things for see their gifts. And there are very obvious things. But I will start with GTP. So in the '01, the Chip Ganassi Racing, we have Sebastian Bourdais, Ranger Grandstand, and Scott Dixon, which you love to see. I'm glad that that trio is continuing. Then in the number 5 JDC Miller Motorsports, we have Richard Westbrook, Phil Hansen, and Ben Keating. Um, I will say that Ben Keating is doing double duty once again, which I think every year is absolutely bonkers, but I love that he does it. It's just like my favorite thing. Then in the 6th, the Porsche Penske entry, we have Nick Tandy, Matthew Jaminet, Kevin Estra, and Lawrence Vanthor. In the sister car, the 7, we have Felipe Nasr, Dane Cameron, Joseph Newgarden, and Frederick Makowecki. Um, Great to see Joseph Newgarden in there again. New for this year, we have 2 Wayne Taylor cars, which I'm very excited about. Um, in the 10, we have Ricky Taylor, Philippe Albuquerque, Brendan Hartley, and Marcus Ericsson. Um, then in the 24 BMW M Team RLL car, we have Augusto Farfus, Jesse Krohn, Dries Vanthor, and TBA. And if there's at any point you guys know someone that I don't know or that I haven't said, please let me know. In the second BMW Team RLL car, we have Connor DeFelipe, Nick Yellowly, Maxime Martin, and TBA. In the 31, the Whelen Engineering car, we have Pippo Durrani, Jack Aitken, and Tom Blomqvist. The second Wayne Taylor Racing with Andretti car, the 40, we have Jordan Taylor, Louis Delatraz, Colton Herta, and Jenson Button. And in the 59 Proton competition entry, confirmed so far is Jean-Maria Brunei, Neil Janney, and TBA. I was really surprised to see on this list that there were so many missing entries from LMP2 when there was just that article like last week about all of the confirmed drivers. I even did, it was my day one of Vlogmas video, um, which, if you're not watching, on the podcast YouTube channel, I am doing Vlogmas. So a new video every single day from the 1st to the 24th. Like I said at the beginning, this will be going up tomorrow, and today's video will be going up after I finish this, but that has already been filmed. But moving to LMP2, we have the number 2 United Autosports entry with Ben Hanley, Ben Keating, Nico Pino, and Pato O'Ward. Then we have the 04 CrowdStrike Racing by APR. This has George Kurtz and Colin Brown confirmed, and then 2 TBAs. The number 8, this has the number 8 as all TBAs, but where is it? Number 8, Tower Motorsports, John Ferrano, Michael Dinnan, Ferdinand Habsburg, and Scott McLaughlin. The number 11 TDS Racing is listed as Stephen Thomas, Michael Jensen, Hunter McElroy, and TBA. Then the 18 Aero Motorsport has Ryan Dalziel and Dwight Merriman and 2 TBAs. Then, let's see. In the 20 high class racing, it says Dennis Anderson, Seth Lucas, and 2 TBAs. The 22 entry from United Autosports has Dan Goldberg, Paul DeResta, and Felix Rosenquist, and then one more driver to be announced. The 33 Sean Creech Motorsport entry is listed as Joao Barbosa, Lance Wilsey, and 2 TBAs. The 52 Rick Ware Racing entry, it's hard for me to say every time, is listed as Jacob Schmickowski and 3 drivers to be announced. The 74 Riley entry is Gar Robinson, Felipe Fraga, Josh Burton, and Felipe Massa. The 88 AF course entry is Louis Perez Campank, Nicholas Nielsen, Lilu Wadeau? Is that correct? And TBA. The 99 AO Racing entry is PJ Hyatt, Paul Luchtan, and 2 drivers to be announced. Let's see. Let me just click off what I have. Oh. There's that one. That one. Okay. We then are going to move to GTD Pro. I think they'll probably, it has it listed as 13 cars, but it's actually 12, and I'll tell you why. But I think they'll probably have a full season of 9, is how it's going to shake out. But we have the number 1 Paul Miller Racing team with Madison Snow, Brian Sellers, Neil Verhagen, and Sheldon Vanderland. And then we have the 3 of Corvette Racing with, is that correct? Hold on. I have to do some Googling. I feel like I definitely talked about this, but I don't know if this and that are the same. Yeah, okay. In the number 3 Corvette Racing entry, we have Antonio Garcia, Alexander Sims, and Daniel Juncadella. In the 4 Corvette Racing entry, we have Nikki Katzberg, Tommy Milner, and Earl Bamber, which I'm glad to see some of the longtime Corvette guys getting back in. In the number 9 Pfaff Motorsports entry, remember Pfaff switched to McLaren for 2024. I just want to confirm something. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So in the number 9, we have Ollie Jarvis, Marvin Marvin Kirschhofer, James Hinchcliffe, and Alexander Rossi. To see Rossi and Hinch drive together is going to be so fun, because you guys know they're like besties. They have their podcast together. But I think that's great. It's a really smart move from Pfaff. The number 14 Vassar Sullivan entry is listed as Jack Hawksworth, Ben Barnicoat, Kyle Kirkwood, and TBA. The number 19 Iron Lynx entry is listed as Marco Bortolotti, Andrea Caldarelli, Frank Pereira, and Jordan Pepper. The number 23 Heart of Racing entry, we have Ross Gunn, Alex Ramirez, and Mario Farnbacher. Super thrilled to see Mario Farnbacher back with Heart of Racing, because that's essentially kind of like where he started when they were like Team Seattle, and they were not like where he started, but you know, where he was a while ago when they were driving Porsches and all that. Yeah, Hinch is driving. He's only doing 3 races with Pfaff in 2024, but yeah, I'm super excited to see him behind the wheel. Oh yeah, where are we? Then in the 62 Risi Competizione entry, we have Alessandro Pierguidi, David Rajon, and Daniel Serra. The 64 Ford Multimatic Motorsports team, one of 2 entries. They have Harry Tinknell, Mike Rockenfeller, and then TBA. And the same as the sister car, the 65, they have Joey Hand, Dirk Mueller, and TBA. The 75 Sun Energy One racing team doesn't have any, according to this list, has no one confirmed. The 77 AO Racing entry has Seb Prelu, Lauren Henrik, and one driver to be announced. So this is where the switch comes in. With the number 92, Kelly Moss with Riley entry. They are going to run the car in GTD. They made the switch from GTD Pro to GTD for 2024. And besides David Brule and Alec Udo, they have drivers to be announced. But that move was announced 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Okay, so moving to GTD, we have the number 12 Vassar Sullivan entry with Frankie Montecalvo, Aaron Telitz, Parker Thompson, and one driver to be announced. Then we have the AWA entries. They have switched to Corvette Racing, or I guess Corvette Customer Racing this year, which is exciting. So in the 13, we have Ori Fidani, Matt Bell, and Lars Kern. And in the 17, we have Anthony Mantella, Nicholas Verone, Thomas Merrill, and Charlie Eastwood. And then in the 21 AF course entry, we have Simon Mann, Francois Haro, and Kai Cozzolino, with one driver to be announced. In the 023 Triarci Competizione entry, we have Onofrio Triarci, Charlie Scardina, Alessio Rivera, and Riccardo Agostini. In the sister car for the 23, the second Heart of Racing entry in the 27, we have Zach Robichon, Roman DeAngelis, Marco Sorensen, and Ian James. Then we have the 32, the Kordoff team, which has changed their name. So they're Kordoff Preston Motorsports. And we have Mike Skeen, Michael Grenier, Maxi Gotts, and Kenton Cook. In the 34 Conquest Racing team, we have Alessandro Balzan. Oh, this is going to be hard for me to say. Cedric Spirizzoli? I'm going to say that was close. I apologize if it was wrong, but I feel like that was close. Manny Franco and Albert Costa. In the 43 Andretti Motorsports entry, which they have switched over to Porsche this year. I've kind of been neglecting chat. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I think it's super cool that Seb Prelu has been making his name in IMSA. And yeah, his deal with AO Racing, I think, has been great for him. Okay. Ooh. Uh-oh. I definitely didn't almost just close the stream. No one saw me do that. That definitely almost didn't just happen. Okay, where was I? Okay. Everything's fine if I don't touch anything. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Andretti. They switched over to Porsche. Their venture with Aston Martin didn't go great. So that is what they were doing. Okay, we have Jared Andretti, Gabby Chavez, and Scott Hargrove, and then one driver to be announced. And then we have the 44 Magnus Racing entry with Andy Lally, John Potter, Spencer Pompelli, and one driver to be announced. Speaking of Magnus Racing and their strategy I guess strategy guy, strategy caller, um, Sean Heckman. If you guys like iRacing and you like chaos, tonight 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Dinner with Racers, Thursday Night Blunder. It's going to be hilarious because it always is. It's a great community. I'll be there in chat, but it's a lot of fun. And then if you, obviously this video is going to go up on YouTube tomorrow, but go watch the replay if you can't catch it live. It's a ton of fun. Oh yeah. So the 45, the Wayne Taylor Racing with Andretti entry, they have Kyle Marcelli, Danny Formal, and I have it as um, Ashton Harrison and Graham Doyle. Then we have the 47 Citroën Racing entry with Giorgio Serginato, Roberto Lacorte, Eddie Cheever the third, and TBA. What? What in the world? I didn't know Eddie Cheever had a son. I didn't know he had a son that was into racing. Huh. Well, there you go. That's interesting. I will be really interested to see. Huh. Well, okay. I guess keep an eye on the 47. Um, then we have the 53 MDK Motorsports. They don't have any listed drivers on this list as well as the Proton Competition 55 entry. Um, so we're just going to roll with that. In the 57 Windward Motorsports confirmed, we have Daniel Ward or Russell Ward and Daniel Morad, along with 2 drivers to be announced. In the 60 Iron Links entry, they have confirmed Claudio Schiavone and Matteo Cassoni with 2 drivers to be announced. The 66 Gradient Racing. This is also not correct on this list. It's going to be Sheena Monk, Catherine Legg, Tatiana Calderon, and Stephen McAleer, which personally I have no beef with any of those people. However, I think they messed up. I really do. I think that they had an ace when they had Mark Miller on their team because he is consistently one of the fastest drivers on track and he just doesn't get into incidents. And he's also incredibly smart and versatile because he does driver coaching as well. So I think it makes him look at things in a different way and you can see it in his driving. Um, Obviously they had the reasonings for doing what they did, but I don't think I would have done that. But maybe it'll turn out to be like the best thing in the entire world for everyone involved. But I don't know. I'm always just for bolstering a team, and I don't know if they did that. But I've also felt that way about other decisions that other teams have made. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. My instincts about race car drivers tend to be pretty right on, but we'll see. Um, okay, then we have the 77 Inception Racing team with Brendan Uribe, Frederick Shandorf, Ollie Milroy, and 1 driver to be announced. Then we have the 78 Forte Racing with Misha Goikhberg, Laura Spinelli, and I feel like I saw this yesterday. Oh God, who was it? I feel like they announced someone yesterday. Unless it was just those two. No, here it is. They will be joined for the 5 IMSA Michelin Endurance Cup rounds. Oh. Mm. By IndyCar driver Devlin DeFrancesco. Boo. And I will not explain myself. You guys know. You guys know I have some feelings about that situation. We're just gonna move on. They might be announcing another driver for Daytona because it has 4 driver slots on this list, but we'll see. And I don't care if it's unprofessional, I have my reasonings. Doesn't seem like a good choice to me, but whatever. Just gonna move on before I get myself into trouble. um, the 80 Lone Star Racing entry, as of this list, doesn't have anyone listed. Then we have the 83, the Iron Dames, with Rahel Frey, Sarah Bovey, Michelle Gadding, and one driver to be announced. You know, I was thinking about this yesterday. There are a lot of teams, or there have been in the past, that try to create the whole like women in motorsports thing and try to like really put it out there. But the only ones I feel like who have successfully done it are the Iron Dames. Because they're all really strong drivers. They're not just putting them in there because, they're women. They're in there because they're badass and they can drive. And I think if teams want to move forward and try to do that, that's the formula you follow. Because that is what people look up to. I mean, Emu loves it. She picks them like every time. So I think they're going to continue to do great things. And I think that is the way forward. We have the second MDK Motorsports entry, the 86, with Lee Kerong and Anders Fjordbach, and then 2 drivers to be announced. Then there is the 91 Kelly Moss with Riley entry. This doesn't have any confirmed drivers, and I'm not sure. I didn't actually look at that one to see. Then we have the 96 Turner Motorsports entry. I've been talking too much. This list is wrong. So it's going to be Robbie Foley, Pat Gallagher, Jens Klingman, and Jake Walker. The Jake Walker announcement came 2 days ago, maybe? Yesterday? He's a young kid, but it sounds like he's got a lot of potential. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm always very interested when these teams insert a really young driver into their lineup. But yeah, the Rolex 24 is quite the place to, kind of have trial by fire. So we'll see. Hopefully that turns into something good for them, but it's a little weird to have no Bill Oberlin associated with Turner. And then the last one on this list is the 120 Wright Motorsports entry, and they don't have, according to this, any confirmed drivers. I really thought that list would have been more complete. I'm a little bit annoyed that it's not. Um, but I did my best to try and fill in. Like I said at the beginning, we'll have everything um, by the time we do our predictions in January. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I can feel that I've been talking a lot. Even though it's weird because even though I've been filming and putting up a video every single day, it's they haven't been this long and it hasn't been this much talking. And even then, when it takes me 4 takes to say the same 3 sentences, I can lay on the floor and go, ugh, and take a break if I need to. Can't really do that here. I mean, I could, but I would probably look a little bit insane. But yeah, I think that was kind of everything. After this, I will post today's Vlogmas video, and then I'm going to make a thumbnail for this. I have a couple things coming up for Vlogmas that I want like you guys' input and your opinions on. So I'll put up a story on my Instagram with a little like uh question box, and then I'll do one on my Twitter as well. So just start thinking about these are the things that I would love to know. Um, mm, well, I definitely want to know like your least favorite or what you think the worst Christmas song is. I have two, so you can definitely have multiple. And then I want to know your favorite like tradition that your family does during the holidays. I definitely have mine. But yeah, those are the things that I want to talk about later on into Vlogmas. But there's Instagram and there is Twitter if you're not already following me. Yeah, keep an eye out on those because I will be asking those things in the coming days. And we love audience participation. Otherwise, it's just me being like, well, this is what I think. And even if I do that, I always leave the comments open because I want to know what you guys have to say. Um, so yeah, also you can see my little, I put up a little advent calendar in the corner. Don't actually know where that's from. It was gifted to me by my mother many years ago. Um, but yeah, I think that is going to wrap up this one. Um, thank you guys so much for watching, for hanging out, and for being part of our little internet community. We might have another interview coming this month. I'm trying. I was supposed to be meeting with the person next week, so maybe that'll work out for this month. Otherwise, it'll probably be January, but we're trying. Um, but yeah, I'm just thinking about all the things I have to go do now. So, um, yeah, Vlogmas, more things, all the things. It's kind of breaking my brain a little bit. You guys can see that, but we're having fun. It's great. Everything's fine. Um, but I will see you next time. Bye, guys.